If you're under 13, piss off.
Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of Angry Dave's Adult RC. I'm your host, Big Bird. Today we're going to be working on my daughter's rock bouncer named Roxy. It's a Wraith spawn with an all-steel rock bouncer chassis, and not too long ago she blew the transmission to bits, so we're going to go ahead and build a new one with a metal case and some really good quality internals and see if we can keep it from blowing up again. We're going to be starting out with this Hot Racing aluminum case. Here's a part number, anybody gives a shit. Then we're going to be stuffing it with these Incision machine gears, and then we're going to put the aluminum drive hexes on the truck and switch over to the metal hub adapters, so we'll have a pretty much all metal wheel drive line, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Alright, so after disassembling the stock transmission, we found quite a bit of tooth wear, we'll say, on the idler gear there, and not looking so perfect on the main gear here that had the drive stubs attached to it either. So we'll get those out of there, and then we got all the bits and pieces we need to put together with the new gears and make this a nice strong transmission. So we're going to go ahead, put this gear in, or that bearing there, that bearing there, that bearing there, and then we'll slather everything in marine grease and start dripping thread locker on the screws and tightening shit up. Let's see if this goes in. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Look, come here, look at all the gears. Got motion in the ocean.
Nice.
Alrighty. And there we go. Nice, solid, all metal, all good quality parts. Hot racing transmission. Incision machine gears. This thing should be pretty tough. Should hold up to pretty much anything we do with 2 or 3S. We'll see. We are still running the plastic spur gear and the slipper. That will probably go away after something blows up, which I imagine won't take too much longer. But much easier to change that, so I'm not going to bother now. It's nothing to just drop the pan out of a Wraith and change parts like that. So let's get it back in the chassis. Alright, looking good back in the chassis. Just about to stuff that skid up and put the last 8 screws in. The only thing I would mention is when you're building this transmission, if you're building this transmission, when you take the idler gear out of the stock transmission, it has 2 10mm bearings in it. Now, you will not transfer those 2 10mm bearings to the new idler gear. The Incision gears come with 2 new 11mm bearings that go to the idler gear, and then those 2 10mm bearings need to be put on the input shaft. You can try all you want to stuff 11mm bearings into the 10mm holes that are drilled in the case, but I assure you it will not fucking work. So just be aware of that ahead of time. It'll save you a lot of headache because these things don't come with directions. And there's Roxy all back to 100%, ready to go out on the rocks and kick ass. Believe it or not, even though this is owned by a 6-year-old, it's probably the most capable crawler in this entire collection, and I have a shitload of crawlers, so that's kind of ridiculous. So yeah, hot racing transmissions, I'm a big fan. They make a lot of aluminum cases for different stuff, and you stuff them with good gears, and you got a real quality unit that you can beat the shit out of for years to come. So going to keep that one short. Not really too much to do in a transmission on one of these, but we definitely have more upgrades coming on Roxy in the future. As she gets better at driving and uses more power, she's going to need more upgraded parts so the thing doesn't fall apart. So go ahead and drop us a like, leave a comment, share the video with a friend, check out our website and our social media pages, and we'll see you next time on Adult RC.
Where grown-up time is playtime.